Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz News and Entertainment with a Buzz. This one is called Thank God for Technology. Thank God for camera phone. Thank God that there are persons out there that are using these technology and camera phone and recording unscrupulous characters that are out there selling unhealthy stuff in all sorts of unhealthy environment doing their civic duty. We've heard about Rosie down at Crab Circle. We've heard about this other lady at the market that was pissing and circulating that piss all over the product that she was selling to people out there in the market. Fast forward less than 24 hours ago, there's a video making its round of a lady that is selling ACKEE. The problem is not that she's selling ACKEE, the problem is that these ACKEEs are not open. And thank God somebody in some sorts of mode of transportation, as in some sorts of minivan, was recording the whole episode as it unfolded. I want you to take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
All right. That video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you better be.
No, because you want to look, man, tomorrow look for me inside I van.
Yes, we have to earn from the
That's why I have the box.
No, you're not done it.
Just hold on, man.
So people, you saw everything unfolding on this video, 2 minutes or so long. Thank God for a person that actually recorded these incidents, Rosie, the next market, and then this incident. When we are talking about persons' health, health is even more important than your wealth. But it seems as if there are some unscrupulous persons out there that is going to put their money, eat a food in front of you, eating something that is healthy. If you don't know, when it comes to ACKEE, the ACKEE is good when it opens and it is properly prepared. The ACKEE has dangerous chemicals in it that if it is not opened properly, as in naturally, force open as in what this lady is doing, the chemicals are still in there. And even if you probably prepare it properly, you are going to have health problems. There have been many instances locally and internationally in which people consume ACKEEs that were not properly prepared, did not or was not opened properly naturally. Those persons either got sick badly or even worse, they DIED. It is a good thing in this instance that somebody in some sorts of mode of transportation, look like some sorts of minivan, was recording the whole episode. And you saw the lady, she was obviously hiding because she knew within herself that she was doing something very, very wrong. She was exposing John public to dangerous chemicals which are in these ACKEEs. That person could consume and lose their life. But obviously, this piece of ish was just concerned about eating her food, making her money, paying her bills. She did not matter the circumstances, what happened to the people after they bought her product and then consume it. People, this is a very sad state of affair. Hopefully, the relevant authority will find this video, and I am sure that they will, and they will take this lady to court and prosecute her to the fullest extent, rightfully and justifiably so. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that very popular social media personality, Cushane Carter, known as CMR-TV on YouTube, known as the Carter family channel that he has, the better of the two channels or the more successful of the two channels. Based on information that I am getting, preliminary information, in the state of Florida, it is said that Mr. Carter was charged for lewd, lascivious molestation, I guess, of a minor under 18-year-old. Pretty much what that means is that you're either touching that little picnic body, touching that person's clothing in the area of the breast, the ass, or the genitalia. So people, we know, say, when it comes to that United States, the elder and the younger, the most vulnerable in society is very, very well protected. Based on the information that I am getting, if he is charged, go to court, convicted, he could face up to 15 years in the big yard. Now, people, here's my thing. Like I said, preliminary information, yes, he was locked up. This is the lockup, the mugshot like them call it. More than likely he was charged. More than likely he will have to face his day in court. Don't know the circumstance. I see a whole bunch of speculations out there in a social media, not in a real life, that yes, his wife Chrissy has a couple of children. They have a couple of children together that are his blood children. And then he has some stepdaughters, which is probably Chris's daughter from previous relationship or previous baby father. I don't have any sort of information as to the specifics, if it is internal in the home or external, an ex-minor. The charge also states that not only are you guilty by touching that child in those specific areas, if you also entice that child to touch you in those areas or anything sexual, whether it is by bribery or forcing them, enticing them, that is a specific word that is used. Now here's the thing, and people, I am speaking in general. Jamaican men on a whole, from old time days until now, they are some sick, perverted person. Again, disclaimer. Not saying that it qualifies as it pertains to Mr. Carter, unless, of course, he is charged, convicted on some sorts of trial, and the jury say yes, and he has exhausted all of his appeal. Guilty or innocent until those processes are followed or completed. Here are the disturbing facts out there as it pertains to Jamaican men. Statistic, scientific. If you ask most women out there, young girls, big woman right now in them upper age, when you was growing up in Jamaica, were you ever touched? Were you ever molested by somebody that is older than you or even younger than you? The answer is going to be yes. The percentage is going to be very, very high if persons were wanting to tell the truth. And what is even worse, a lot of times, these men that are pedophile, their wives, girlfriend, baby mother, matey, would cover up for these men, would protect the men before them protect their own children. So we see that these sad statistics, it shows in our society, locally and internationally. People, as a father of two, I do not watch anybody's children. Whenever anybody picnic come over there to play with my little picnic them, is either for them mother I go monitor or them I go play by themselves. Me not in a no sorts of interaction with people picnic. And it is not because I don't trust myself. I just don't trust people. I just don't know persons' ulterior motive. The reason why persons will lie on you, the reason why persons will do stuff to sue you, to get you incriminated, get you locked up for a very long time. The hearts of men and women is evil. So I say this to say that, and it does not specifically apply to Mr. Carter. People can lie upon you, and once you're living in the United States, once there's some sort of report made, the act or the popo is going to act. They are doing their job. If they did not do their job, they could be sued. They would be deemed as negligent. They do not act or operate like they operate in a Jamaica. Personally speaking, I don't know what is going to be the outcome. I don't have a horse in this race. It does not really matter to me. If this man is charged and convicted of the allegations or accusations or the charges, he should face the brunt of the law. If he is indeed innocent, then he should also be freed and all charges or all allegations go away. However, at the end of the day, in the court of public opinion, even though what they are trying does not matter, you are going to always be scarred. The person are always going to look at you with some sorts of red flag, some sorts of thing over your head. It is a very sad sort of predicament in which this man finds himself in. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, if you knew or did not know that Jamaica is the most negligent, reckless, incompetent, shortcut-taking people when it comes to saving a buck or saving time. This video is going to either reassure or confirm to you that it is a fact. I am speaking about a video of a man driving some sorts of construction vehicle with a whole bunch of rock, call it boulder. Don't know where he was coming from, don't know where he was headed. However, people, when you see this video, it is going to look bad and you are going to scratch your head and say, no, sir, them people are reckless as F-U-C-K. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
So this is what we talk about when it comes on to Jamaica. Look at this. A truck full of rocks with not even a string tied around the rocks them to help them stay in place. Look how they are shaking on the truck. And you have something like this driving on your major road during the week. Look at the traffic. Huh? At any given time, this man probably have to hold a brake. And there's nothing to anchor to keep the rocks in place. And this is what you have driving on a public road, in the public space. You're driving past schools. You're driving past every single thing you can think of. And this is what you have. So apparently, in Jamaica, every single road traffic act that is created, just created for the men who run taxi. Just taxi man road, you have roads on the road. Look at this. How can you have something like this? Look at how the things are shaking on the truck. Seriously? And now whenever they fall off and an accident happen and somebody get hurt, then you're going to say, oh, we have to ban that. And seriously? This, nowhere else in the world you go see them here, something here, except for Jamaica. How can you allow something like this? Really, man? This is ridiculous, man. Look at all the rocks shaking.
Now, people, when you see a video like this, you have to wonder to yourself, then hold on a minute. This man, they under the influence of some sorts of spliff with lizard tail, seasoned spliff. This man must have smoked some sorts of pedico, cocoa, some CRACK. This man could not be in his rightful mind, but people, I am here to tell you, more than likely, where that man works, his co-workers are going to call him skilly. Because him skillful the way that he can carry 10 big old boulders on the back of his truck. He does not need any source of chain. He does not need any sorts of anchor. He does not need any sorts of security devices. Thank God for social media. Thank God for persons with their cell phone recording these incidents and exposing these pieces of ish that are out there endangering persons' life, including his own. If he DIES, nobody gives a FUCK, justifiably so. There's no police to stop him. There's no supervisor to say, nah man, you can't move them things with some sorts of rope, at least even a G-string tie around it. The man just drive the big old truck or tractor, however them call it, with some big old boulder. If that roll up on any sorts of car, minivan, the people them squash out the people them dead. But he just tells himself, say, that is not going to happen. That is what happens when you tell yourself that something is not going to happen. The worst happens in some cases. It is called the law of possibility and probability. Every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day the bottom are going to drop out. Luckily for the man that was recording on other persons on that specific day, it did not happen to them. And what is even worse, I would not be surprised if this man is on some sorts of government contract, doing some sorts of construction on the road, some sorts of developments. And him boss or superior tell him, say, listen, if you drive and police stop you, just make me talk to them because I am in the link, I am in the body club. People, like me tell you, the whole government, the whole people, the whole system, Jamaica is just pretty much FUCKED. The only thing can save us is some sorts of tsunami or some sorts of atomic bomb. We just wipe way off and make we start over from scratch. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next two channels. They are called Jamaica Dancehall Source and Crime Time News. I will be pinning the link to those channels in the description of this video. Bless up.